What's going on, guys? It's your average consumer. Has Sony gone ahead and made their best PlayStation headset yet? Well, these are the new PlayStation Pulse Elites, and today we're gonna talk about everything you need to know about it. So let's start off with an unboxing. All right, so check it out. We've got a pretty standard PlayStation box here with features listed on the back and a little bit more info on the sides. I don't know why, but I struggled to get this thing open, even with the pull tabs. So I had to bring out the trusty kunai. But once you open it up, you'll find a quick start guide. And under that, you'll find the headset with that linked USB adapter right in the center. Surprisingly, there was a lot to peel off with the Elites, but once you get to it, the thing looks so clean. Underneath the headset, you'll find more things like instructions for the included charging hanger, a mounting plate for placing it on the wall, but surprisingly, there's no nail for the mount. Last thing is, of course, a USB A to C cable that also fits right inside of the hanger. But like I said, I think this is a clean looking headset, but let's get a closer look at it and what it can do. So, all right, now that you've seen everything in the box, let's take a closer look at the headset itself. So these are the Pulse Elites. Now, for me personally, these look like the Pulse 3D headset that came before it, but like an evolved version of it. The way you wear them is reversed, but you can see we've got that long white part now extends all the way out here, and it includes a retractable mic. And underneath it, you also have a few buttons. So the first button being the power as well as PlayStation Link button, so you can pair it up. Then you also have a 3.5mm headphone jack, which surprisingly isn't in the box. You also got your USB-C port over here that gives you access to fast charging and your volume controls. Now, interestingly enough, this headset has a lot less buttons than the previous version. The previous version, the whole ear cup was lined with different buttons. This one, not so much. Now, the only other button you'll find is on that retractable mic, and that is your mute button. So you can go ahead and press that whenever you want to mute the mic, and you have that LED indicator letting you know it's muted. But you might notice that there is another charging area right underneath the headband, and if you saw in the unboxing, it came with this mount so that you can easily just place the headphones on and it will charge it. Now, what's cool is that this isn't some extra accessory. It comes right inside of the box, which I think is dope. The only thing it doesn't come with is the screw so that you can, mount this to a wall or something. And once it's mounted, you can easily just place it inside of here. It hooks in, and then you've got a spot for your headset to stay and get charged. I'm a fan of this, but I don't know where I would put this just yet. I gotta really make a big decision on where I will permanently place these since it involves a screw. And until I do, this is just going to be like a nice idea. As you can see, I haven't even unraveled the USB cable. You said buy multiple stands of these? Maybe. Yeah, it doesn't look like this is sold separately, so you gotta make the right decision on where you place it. But I will say, when we went to the PlayStation headquarters and checked these out, as well as the Portal and the Explorers for the very first time, we saw this mounted to stands like these. So down the line, we probably will see some third parties that sell something that can be attached to this. So we'll just have to wait for that. That's probably what I'll do. Now, under that charging port, you do still have that same headband style that we saw with the predecessor. So it basically adjusts based on your head size. I like this, no having to deal with any clicks or anything like that. It'll automatically work for whatever head it's on. I think they look good. They give me that like PlayStation vibe. It's got like that collar thing that PlayStation likes to do with the systems. I feel like it fits in very well with the aesthetics of the system. These headphones overall are extremely comfortable. So you'll notice that these have these gigantic ear cushions. And listen, Sony is not afraid of putting some big ear cushions on a headset, a pair of headphones. I've seen some things over my time doing this, but these I think have to be the softest that I've ever used on like a PlayStation headset. They feel very comfortable, and I can wear these for hours without even feeling anything. One thing I will note though, is that depending on where you grab the headphones, and sometimes when I grab it, I'm like a little worried that I'm gonna like pull something out or I don't know, mess it up. It's been fine though from my handling with it, but it does make me a little bit nervous when I feel it scrunch up like this a little bit. Now, of course, we gotta talk about the features that you're gonna get out of these and basically how it's an upgrade compared to the Pulse 3Ds. Now, the biggest thing is definitely gonna be the PlayStation Link connectivity. So the dongle here, this is the PlayStation Link adapter. And with this, you can use this with your PlayStation or even with a PC. You can use this to get audio from whatever it's connected to. Now, what's great about this is just like with the Pulse Explorers, you can connect multiple PlayStation Link adapters to this one headset. So if you have, let's say, 2 of these, you can have one in your PlayStation, have one in your PC, and you can switch between the audios pretty easily. And I believe you can have up to 8 different link adapters, so if you want this thing to be all over the place, you can. Now, link adapter aside, this will also work with this guy right here, the PlayStation Portal. Now, when you pair it up with the Portal, there's no need for any adapters. There's an actual PlayStation Link button right here, and they can connect seamlessly to each other without the need for anything else. It's not connected to your PS5 or anything. It's just connected directly to the Portal. So when you're controlling your volume and all of that, it's the volume for the Portal itself. So you get access to this low latency connection over here, but you also have Bluetooth. So if you wanna go ahead and take your phone and pair it to your headset, you're gonna be able to do that. And what's nice is that while your phone is paired to it, you'll still be able to hear the audio from the PlayStation Link side of things. So you can have your Portal or PS5 playing audio from a game and listen to a song or maybe even a phone call. You'll still have to use your phone or whatever other Bluetooth devices, volume controls. The headset is going to control the volume of whatever it's connected to, whether it's a PlayStation or a Portal. Now, when it comes to the mic, if you're in a party on your PlayStation and on a phone call, you'll be talking to both sets of people at the same time. I don't think I recommend that. Now, while we're on the subject of the mic, like I said, you do have that retractable mic that can be moved around. We did a little mic test earlier. We'll let you guys check it out. Okay, so similar to what we did with our Pulse Explore video, we're gonna see if this thing passes the chip test. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the noise cancellation on these, honestly, we've all played with that person who's smacking on some Doritos or some tortilla chips or something going crazy in your ear and you just want to shut them up. This will do it for you. If that person is you, please buy it. Not a sponsor. Now, unlike the Pulse 3Ds, if you go into the menu of the audio section here, you actually have volume controls. So you can just control it right from here. And you'll of course also have the EQ presets so you can change up the way it sounds. But let's actually talk about that. Let's talk about sound quality. So just like the Pulse Explorers, these feature planar magnetic drivers. So when playing games, these absolutely sound quite a bit louder than the original Pulse 3Ds. Everything feels boosted in comparison to the Pulse 3Ds, so you can hear quite a bit more, even at the same headset volume. So that's gonna be great for when you're playing games and you need to hear footsteps, you need to hear what's going on around you. But I will say though, not a lot of bass. Now, the reason I think that there might not be a lot of bass here is that these planar magnetic drivers are usually found in, I think, reference headphones. And if you know reference headphones, they're not gonna be boomy, there's not gonna be a lot of bass. They're usually pretty flat so you can get the most accurate sound possible. And I don't know if you guys saw it, but in my EQ settings over here, and you can see I boosted up the bass and the low end almost to max. And it did help a bit. So there's definitely gonna be some advantages for these kind of drivers here, but know the kind of audio that you like to hear before jumping on this. Now, when it comes to the Bluetooth side of things started to get a little bit weird. I'm telling you now, if you plan on using this with like your phone, you're not gonna wanna crank up the volume too high because you will hear a lot of distortion. You can hear it from where you are, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'd say once you start going beyond like, I'd say 85% or so. Oh, wow. Then you start getting introduced to quite a bit of distortion. I don't necessarily think I would need to go beyond this for my personal taste, but I know there are some folks out there who just they hate their ears, you know, they just want it at 100% all the time. It's for you guys. When it's on Bluetooth, for some reason, it does that. but not when it's connected to like your PS5. I'm not sure exactly what causes it, but it's that Bluetooth connection that distorts past that 85%. Now, while you can't change the EQ settings on something like your phone with these, you can change them on your PS5, and whatever you leave it on last is what you'll hear when you take these on the go or connect it with anything else. But more importantly for gameplay, it's been great to use. Like I said, having that enhanced audio sounds great. I do wish there was a little bit more bass, but for the most part, playing something like Apex, I feel pretty fine with. Now, last but not least, 30 hours of battery life. Massive improvement compared to the previous generation. So more than double the battery life here, and you get that quick charge where it'll give you about 2 hours of usage with 10 minutes of charging. So if you want to get a quick gaming session in, got 10 minutes, you can do it for about 2 hours. Now, one thing we haven't talked about yet is the price. So these are $150, which is less than the Pulse Explorer, surprisingly, which is $50 more than its predecessor, but it also has some very, very clear upgrades, features that make the $50 completely worth it. So I gotta say, I do like these at this price point. It's one of 2 headsets that work with the PlayStation Portal without a 3.5mm jack, so it's definitely a reason to get it there if you have the Portal. I just wish it had more bass, but at $150, it's not hard to recommend. Now, is this the current best PlayStation 5 headset? I don't know. We do have Sony's in-zone products, which I personally really love. Those are quite a bit more money, so you are paying a premium for those. But if you guys want to see a comparison and see how these stack up to that line of headsets, let me know with a comment down below. I actually got to do some comparing myself to see which one is going to be my main daily driver for the PS5. But let me know with a comment down below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I like these. I wish they had more bass. Peace. And they look cool. Not even gonna lie.
They give me samurai vibe.
Samurai?
If you put it up, look at me. Yeah, that's the samurai.
You know what it is? It's Afro Samurai. He had them sideburns on the sides. That's probably what it is, Jay. Huh? I see where your line of thinking, Jay. I like it.